Hi guys, my name's Amy Marietta. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, what's up? So I'm going to be answering some commonly asked questions that you guys asked me about being plant-based. Here we go. How can you eat a more plant-based diet? I'm not saying that everyone should just go cold turkey. Obviously in a perfect world, yes, of course. But why not? During quarantine, we're all eating from home, which means you have more control. It's a lot easier to prepare your meals ahead of time. You have more time to do it in the comfort of your home. You're not eating out as much. You might get to go, but again, you can get something that's vegan or plant-based. Something else that's really helpful is following vegan food accounts, plant-based food accounts. Whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, start collecting recipes, saving plant-based restaurants, etc. I did a blog post on my favorite vegan restaurants in LA, and I'll link that down below for you too, but off the top of my head, Crossroads, Real Food Daily, Fresh, Vegetable, Gracias Madre, they're all really, really good. And I know it can be more difficult in other parts of the world, but in some parts of the world it's really easy. Like Bali, it was very easy to eat a plant-based diet. There's absolutely no harm in trying vegan recipes and food. You're less likely to get food poisoning and you're more likely to feel great and look great and be great. So my recommendations are start your morning with a protein shake or smoothie and fruits. And if you haven't heard of intermittent fasting, that's basically where you don't really eat a lot until 12 or you don't eat a meal until 12. And I've been doing that and I see a lot more energy. I'm more clear-minded, focused. And then I'll have some fruit and then a salad for lunch with some proteins in it. Things like kale, quinoa, sweet potatoes, mushrooms, legumes, lentils. And then for dinner, I highly recommend something like a chickpea pasta, a gluten-free pasta with some Beyond sausage. So good. And then for dessert, of course, Nadamu ice cream, which is coconut milk-based ice cream. They have so many delicious flavors. You can order it on their website because not every store carries them yet. I'm obsessed with them. I highly recommend. They have peppermint bark right now for the holidays, but also the banana flavor, so good. Banana Foster and maple. The mint chip is a classic, obviously. I mean, every flavor is really good. Oh, and you have to try Pitos, which are vegan hot Cheetos, and they're made from chickpeas, but so good, so delicious, better than hot Cheetos, and you don't feel like shit after. You don't have to look at this as giving up your favorite foods. Anything that you think you'd miss, you can replace and you will feel better and look better and be better. And it'll be better for the environment, so why not? There's just so many reasons why you should. But it's important to note that not all vegan food is healthy. I really try and stay away from a lot of processed foods, foods that come in bags, and I try to eat more nutrient-rich foods like fruits, vegetables, legumes, beans, quinoa, etc. I can do a grocery haul if you want. I've done one before and I'll link that here for you too. What documentaries do I recommend? Game Changers, What the Health, Forks Over Knives. Those are 3 good ones to start. Now I wrote some other notes here too. So do I like PETA? I think that they are a little extreme with their approach, but they are passionate and I know that they're coming from a place of caring. But sometimes I think that it's when it's almost like an attacking tactic, I don't think that it's gonna reach as many people because some people are just turned off by that immediately. I love that they passionately advocate animals' rights and have made a huge difference. We went from 6% of Americans saying that they were vegan or vegetarian in 2017 to 25% in 2019, which is a huge win. And it's obviously gonna exponentially keep going. So if you wanna educate your friends and family, send them some articles with facts and reasons why you want to be more vegan or vegetarian, and then sit down with them and watch a documentary. I think that we need to be educational rather than pushy to meat eaters because no one listens when you attack them. So really quickly, I'm gonna read 7 benefits of being plant-based. You live a longer life, on average 6 to 10 years, longer than meat eaters. You have low risk of obesity, cardiovascular disease, strokes, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers. Vegans typically have faster metabolisms, more energy, and better cognitive function. It's better for the environment. Plant-based meat production uses up to 99% less water and 95% less land, and generates up to 90% fewer emissions than regular beef. No animals have to suffer for you to enjoy a snack. You'll have more energy. Your body will be spending less energy digesting food, so you won't get that afternoon fatigue, giving you more energy throughout your day. Lastly, number 7, men will last longer in bed, so you will have way better sex. Also very important. A couple more that I wrote down: stronger nails, healthier hair, decreased menstrual pain, clear skin. Dairy is filled with added hormones that interfere with the skin's ability to retain water. You'll have a healthier gut, your body odor smell is better, your smell won't be half as strong as it used to just by eating less meat proteins. Meat has added hormones, and those hormones can chemically alter the way you smell. Fruits and vegetables simply don't have this, so your body odor will start smelling more naturally when you start eating the vegan diet. Your taste buds change for the better. Your body starts to actually crave more of the good stuff when it gets used to this lifestyle. So naturally your taste buds will start to change too. You'll be able to taste things so much better than ever before. It's as if your previous meat taste buds will have worn away and your actual sense of taste will be restored. The only reason, you can research this to look up like the got milk commercials. The reason the government was putting so much money behind the got milk commercials is because they had a surplus amount, because after the war, they just had a surplus amount of milk and dairy. There was so much that they didn't know what to do with it, but they don't want the dairy industry to go totally out of business. Side note, I think that the dairy industry, they don't have to go out of business, they can just not do dairy anymore, you know? Switch to making plant-based cheeses, switch to making plant-based milks. Like, you don't have to go out of business, you just need to change your strategy. It's either adapt or die. So dairy farmers, I'm sorry, but you need to stop doing dairy. And I don't feel bad for you at all. So if none of this has convinced you to try being plant-based, I'm gonna share with you some amazing people who were or are plant-based. Albert Einstein, AKA one of the smartest men to ever walk this earth. Beyonce, Jay-Z, Lizzo, Arnold, I can't pronounce his last name, Natalie Portman, Jessica Chastain, Rooney Mara, Joaquin Phoenix, Erykah Badu, Nipsey Hussle, Giselle and Tom Brady, Diane Keaton, Drew Barrymore, Madonna, Betty White, Kristen Bell, Taraji Henson, Billie Eilish, Lewis Hamilton, Paul McCartney, Meghan Markle, J-Lo, Brad Pitt, Jenna Dewan, James Cameron, Leonardo da Vinci. The list goes on and on. It's so many people. Not everyone talks about it all the time because it can be criticized and some people think it's political. I don't think that animal rights are political. I think that animals deserve rights. I also want to say that it doesn't make you high maintenance to be vegan. It's a lifestyle choice. It doesn't have to be awkward. Because I know when I first started eating more plant-based, it wasn't really popular. People would say things like, oh, well, we can't go to this restaurant because, and they would say it in kind of a mean way. The conversation needs to change and people need to be more understanding. Almost every restaurant has something that a vegan can have. Are they going to enjoy it? Maybe not. So it is nice to put a little bit more thought into it. You know, look at the menu ahead of time, but you don't have to change your whole life just to accommodate for plant-based people. My progression to being plant-based, I guess it's been a slow process instead of just going cold turkey because I was continuously educating myself. Started eating plant-based, there wasn't a lot of information on it, but now there is, which is awesome and so great for society because we have access to all of this information. When and why did I originally become vegan? So in high school, I saw a PETA video. I also saw that video of the dolphins being massacred in Japan and seeing the visuals of slaughterhouses and the dolphins, it just really made me realize it's weird. I'm not judging people. I don't judge people who eat meat, but I do think it's weird. It's weird to think that you're okay with an animal being raised in a really horrible environment. I'll put links below where you can go see how they're treated in slaughterhouses. It's not humane. It's not good for the environment. It's not good for you. There really just aren't a lot of benefits of eating meat. So that PETA video just made me look at meat in such a different way and eating animals. I used to love ribs. I loved eating a whole rack of ribs, burgers, like I was a meat eater. I'm Italian and Maltese, so it's always, you know, pastas, meatballs, that kind of thing. And my family ate a lot of meat. But then when I was in about 7th grade, I started to be extremely lactose intolerant. And if you know what that means, you know what I'm saying. I found out in like the middle of a soccer practice and I couldn't eat yogurt after that. So yeah, basically our bodies are not designed to digest dairy that is made, especially in the US, because our milk has so many hormones in it. It causes acne. That's a huge reason why I was breaking out. It caused me acne, obviously stomach indigestion. My whole body just felt like achy. Beyond that, it causes long-term problems. It's been linked to cancer, heart problems, cholesterol problems. There's so many facts that you can go read about it. Your body is your temple. You are what you eat, and the way you feel is directly affected by what you put into your body. So if you're putting in things that are modified, coming from a cow that doesn't like its life, it's in a low vibrational setting, and then you're ingesting that after, it's just doesn't make sense to me. I'm just gonna insert a photo of a fluffy cow because if you haven't seen one, I just don't know how you could see one of these and then think it's okay to eat it. Did you know that cows cry before they go into the slaughterhouse? That is heartbreaking to me. Because for me, I became vegan for all the reasons. For animal rights, because that's what initially sparked it for me, was seeing how they're treated. Number 2, for the environment. Because global warming is real, climate change is real, and we're experiencing that. We have to leave the world a better place than when we found it, than when we came into it. We want to make a positive change. Number 3, for health reasons. So when I started cutting out meat, I felt a lot lighter. I started getting more toned. I just felt like more energetic overall. My skin cleared up, my hair is more shiny, my nails are stronger. You can't make this stuff up. Overall appearance, it just really transformed me and my skin started glowing. It's unreal what will happen to you when you just eat a healthy plant-based diet. So don't ask me why I'm vegan. Ask yourself why you're not. And I say that in the most respectful way possible. I just think that if you are any functioning human who doesn't have, some type of learning disability, that there's really no reason for you to continuously eat meat. There's no excuse. It's literally bad in every way besides, oh, it tastes good. I'm sorry, but you're selfish. Just simple as that. The world doesn't revolve around you and you're not making the world a better place. So start with yourself, start small, and you'll inspire those around you. And if you're already vegan, I'm really proud of you. You're making a big difference in the world, like a huge difference. I hope this video inspires more people to try being vegan. And I know I said I wasn't gonna be super aggro in the beginning, but turns out I am an annoying vegan, so I can live with that. Yeah, so that's all. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something and I'll see you next week. Bye. I'm just gonna read you what I wrote. So, I loved going through McDonald's drive-thru for a chocolate-dipped ice cream cone. My mom would always take us after we got shots at the doctor as a reward so that we wouldn't throw fits. But after watching a PETA video on how poorly the animals were treated, I couldn't do it anymore. I had never thought about where meat came from because it was just advertised as a necessary for protein, which is actually utter bullshit.